What's up, everybody? This is Bruce, aka Geektacular, and today I have another unboxing for you. So I'm going to be unboxing the Blu-ray release of Megabeast Investigator Juspion. So this is actually part of the Japanese tokusatsu series Metal Heroes, and they never really ported this directly to English or to the US audience or anything like that. But various shows in the Metal Heroes universe were kind of used to make a few of the Americanized tokusatsu shows that you might recognize, like BR Troopers and stuff like that. So, whether or not you know it, a lot of Americans actually are kind of familiar with with this franchise, even if they don't know it by name. But this one in particular is Megabeast Investigator Juspion. I've never actually seen it, so I can't really comment on the actual show too much, but I believe it's from I believe it's from 1985. I think it's the third Metal Heroes series, if I recall correctly. And from what I read, Juspion is a combination of Justice and Champion. So, Megabeast Investigator Justice Champion, which is pretty funny. But yeah, we rarely get releases like this in North America. So it's really weird that that this actually came out kind of from Discotheque Media, which in the past has released a lot of Godzilla movies and things like that. So it's kind of rare that they'll go ahead and release actually like an entire series, entire old tokusatsu series, just kind of a random one out of nowhere. This came out, I think, a year or two ago. I never picked it up, but I thought I'd go ahead and do it just because I know a lot of these kind of more obscure Blu-ray releases can sometimes go out of print unexpectedly. So if you collect kaiju films or tokusatsu stuff, any kind of foreign Blu-rays, and a company ever puts out a North American release of something that's kind of weird or rare or kind of niche, I would kind of advise picking those up, because I've got burned a few times in the past when I was like, oh, that's cool that that's out, but maybe I'll pick it up, a few months from now. And by the time I get around to it, it goes out of print, and then it's super expensive, and you can't find it anywhere. That's happened a couple times. So, if you're into this kind of stuff and you see something that you might be interested in, and it comes out, in retail, from a North American company, and you're interested, I usually advise just going ahead and picking it up, before, because I'm sure that this will be out of print at some point. Right now, it's June 2020, and this is still in print, so, if you're watching this in the future, it might not be anymore. Who knows? So, I wanted to go ahead and pick this up, because I've never seen, like, a full Metal Heroes series, the original Japanese ones, so I wanted to go ahead and give this a watch. So, just looking at the Blu-ray here, it does actually come with a slipcover, and it comes shrink-wrapped here. And it's actually, as you can see, it's all 46 episodes in standard definition. So they're not trying to trick you here. It says it in giant text right here, SD on BD. So they're not trying to trick you. It's not like a brand new high definition transfer of the show or anything like that. They're giving it to you like it is. It's standard definition, 480p. On a Blu-ray disc. So even though it is a Blu-ray disc, and it can hold a lot of episodes with minimal compression, the video itself is not encoded in HD. It's actually standard definition. So they're not trying to trick you. This is just an easy way to fit 46 episodes of this series on what I think is a single disc. So yeah, it's not a trick. But just do be aware that it is standard definition. So yeah, all 46 episodes in standard definition on one Blu-ray disc. So they tell you once here, and once here, and down here. So, you know, you can't say that they didn't tell you. It's on there at least 4 times, if not more. And right here in the textual description. So 5 times on the slipcover they tell you it's standard definition. You know, don't expect something crazy here. So let me go ahead and actually take it out of the shrink wrap here, just so we can kind of take a look at the packaging. All right. So, glossy slipcover here, glossy kind of cardboard slipcover. Very cool artwork. Really digging that. I love the costumes and the character designs of these sorts of series, like the VR Troopers and Metal Heroes and stuff like that. I always think that the characters look really cool, and their costumes always look really, really awesome, their suits and stuff. So this is, here's the spine right here. Got your Discotheque Media logo down at the bottom. Little thumbnail there. And then here is the back. See if I can get it. There we go. So if you want to pause and read any of that, you are welcome to. They will try to put an end to Satan Gorth's evil plans. The complete collection contains all 46 episodes in standard definition with the original Japanese language and English subtitles. So, as you can see in the technical stuff here, this is Region A. This is full frame, which is the original aspect ratio, 4:3, in 480p. And the audio is Japanese Dolby Digital 2.0, so you do get stereo audio with English subtitles. It's around 1,000 minutes, 46 episodes. Yeah. The inside's the same as the outside spine here. Nothing else too crazy in the slipcover here, so let's go ahead and take this out. Okay, so the artwork is actually a little bit different on the case than on the slipcover. There's kind of these extra sort of stylized blue lines that kind of fly out from the main character there. And you kind of get a more zoomed out look of him too, like you can't see below his waist here. But you actually get some of his legs and stuff right here. So it's basically the same image, just sort of zoomed out a little bit with some stylistic touches added. So there's the spine here, basically the same. And the back is literally identical, just scaled down slightly to fit on the artwork here. So yeah, same info there basically. Put that aside. Let's go ahead and take a look at the disc. Oh, there's some inner art too. So this is the single disc that has the entire 46 episode series on it. It's basically like matte printed artwork on the Blu-ray disc here. So very cool. And then here is the inner artwork there. Which, again, I always like when they include inner artwork. They never really have to, you know? This could just be white, but I really like when they kind of go the extra mile and do this. Let's see here. Let me just take it out so you can see it. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I love his bike thing there, too. So, yeah, very cool inner artwork. Yeah, I mean, as far as you know, releasing these kind of slightly more obscure tokusatsu series for companies who, you know, are thinking about doing it or who are wanting to do it, this is a totally fine release. Like, I am not mad about this at all. I think maybe some companies or a lot of companies think that if they get the license for something like this, they need to do a complete, you know, 4K retransfer and, you know, all this, make a bunch of special features and stuff. which of course, I always appreciate. I'm not against that. I love that when they do that for something, but it's really not necessary. I would rather have more series just released like this, on standard definition Blu-ray with just whatever transfer they already have, and just make it available in North America. That's totally fine with me. I would rather have more series like that than have only, one or two series, but in, super crazy, high definition, 4K, whatever. So maybe that's just me. I don't know. But there's just so many of these older tokusatsu series that have never been released over here on DVD or anything like that, even in the past. And, they could totally do what they did here with so many other older series, and people would buy it. I think a lot of people have picked this up just because, we get releases like this so rarely in North America that, we're kind of, the people who are really into tokusatsu and kaiju films and stuff like that here in North America are really kind of starved for these sorts of releases, I feel like, at least. So, yeah, I would encourage companies, if you don't want to go through the whole process of, complete retransfers and rescans and stuff like that, if you can get licensing rights to something and just put it all out on a Blu-ray disc, just so people can actually buy it and watch it, that's awesome. Obviously these days streaming and stuff like that's really big too, so I'm a big fan of, putting things online for streaming and things like that as well. I'm not against that, but a lot of these things have weird licensing. They only get limited licensing in North America, or, this one was originally owned by Toei, which has been notoriously strict with licensing and stuff. So streaming long-term can sometimes be hard because of licensing restrictions. It's sometimes hard to license something in different regions for different reasons and things like that. There's a lot of legal stuff that goes on. So that's why these physical releases of these older series are really nice, because, it only takes one brief moment in time where the licensing gods can bless a company with all of the legal stuff that they need to put this out. And then you can own it forever. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm a physical media collector as well, is just that, streaming requires a forever legal agreement when it comes to licensing and things to make something available. But physical media only requires, a brief moment in time where all the licensing lines up, where a company can release something. So, and then if you support them and you pick it up, you'll own it forever. So yeah, that was my little rant about physical media and getting some of these older series out on Blu-ray. So thanks everybody for watching this. If you like this unboxing, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. That would be awesome. If you like tokusatsu, kaiju films, collectibles, or if you're just a DVD or Blu-ray collector, go ahead and click subscribe down below. And also be sure to hit that notification bell down below, so that way you won't miss any of my future content. So thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you next time.